Well, sometimes when you're angry, you can overstate your case.
I really don't think we can overstate the seriousness of this.
I don't want to overstate the dangers for a woman your age living alone, but I did a little research online and it's pretty alarming.
You overstate my influence, Billie Jean.
It's hard to overstate how badly Saddam was abusing his people.
Said the importance of a good blue suit can never be overstated.
A bit overstated, don't you think?
My disappointment in your performance cannot be overstated.
Overstated.
Might have overstated my case, okay?
Now stop using such foul language.
Don't use foul language with me.
You used foul language in front of a lady.
For using foul language in the presence of my mother.
Seems to me if there were any logic to our language, trust would be a 4-letter word.
I will hold you.
It's a 4-letter word, like fuck and shit.
That's as good an opening gambit as any.
I think if your opening gambit is 150 grand, then Jennifer Peterson must be worth a lot more than that to whoever it is who sent you here.
I make an opening gambit. She's unimpressed.
Now for my opening gambit, I am going to destroy you praying.
You lost your wallet. Like that's your opening gambit, man, like that.
Maybe it's just an opening gambit, Dick.
Sounds. Mrs. Despondent came on a flying visit.
Another flying visit?
No.
Hi. Flying visit.
The more I got fascinated with this place. I got to visit a few years ago with my parents just for like a flying visit, and then more recently I went on.
I paid a flying visit to my first and only love.
I was just sorry I couldn't spend much quality time with my precious Mrs. Despondent. I couldn't spend much quality time with my precious Mrs. Despondent.
Maybe the two of you could spend some quality time together.
Make sure you spend some quality time with your American boyfriend.
Sister Angela Davis, most righteous sister, can we please spend some quality time together?
Your daughter is dying, and you might want to spend some quality time with her.
Look at sister.
I just thought we haven't had any quality time together.
And they've been really looking forward to this. They haven't spent any quality time with you since last.
I get to spend quality time with my brother.
You need to spend quality time with your dad, and you can't wait to lose a bet to do that.
Oh.
Kane, the deal with Indy going out there was that you actually spent quality time with her.
Guess I get to spend some quality time with my husband.
If we're gonna be spending so much quality time together, please, call me Dan.
Give me some quality time to deal with the fact that I was sleeping with the man who killed my father.
A whirlwind tour, huh?
Yes!
But it was only a whirlwind visit.
She travelled to Australia to speak at an Australian Institute of Judicial Administration, AIJA, conference in Adelaide. Justice John Byrne was then the president of the AIJA and hosted her whirlwind visit.
President Trump's whirlwind visit to that region, in his recent visit, highlights the critical nature of that area, not only to...
In many ways, it was a whirlwind visit, but it was also a fun introduction that made us curious to discover more of Poland in our future travels.
I just need to take a break. I need some R&R. If you need some R&R, you don't want to take a whirlwind trip. I have done this. It is very hectic. It means that you visit a ton of places in a short period of time, or you see a ton of things in a short period of time. It's a whirlwind.
I will exercise a little self-control.
You're a control freak.
I exercise control in all things.
I strongly urge the court to exercise control.
We certainly have a right to exercise control over our own bodies.
You must exercise some self-control.
Oh, I exercise control in all things, Miss Steele.
Our on-demand courses allow learners to exercise control over when and how they learn.
So it would help the rider to exercise control over the animal.
They began to exercise control over their lives as they determined for themselves how to improve their situation through the telling of these stories.
After it became clear that Americans were there to stay and exercise control. Emiliano. But in the Philippines, where Americans had initially been welcome, opinions soon changed after it became clear that Americans were there to stay and exercise control.
Actually exercise control. This is a country that is struggling to put together the kind of central government that can actually exercise control over the entire country and provide for the security situation in that country.
She likes sequins.